It's a Sunday morning. You roll out of bed, the sunlight's coming through the window, and get this, you actually feel excited to lace up your running shoes, or to chop fresh vegetables for a healthy lunch, or to open that book you've been meaning to read for months. Sounds like a fantasy, right? Because most mornings, the only thing we're excited for is coffee, or our phone, or maybe a plate of pancakes. But here's the thing, it's not because you're lazy or lack willpower. It's because your brain, the same brain that makes you binge Netflix or scroll TikTok for hours, has been programmed over thousands of years to chase what feels instantly good and avoid what feels like effort. Today, we're going to flip that script. By the end of this video, you'll know how to take the exact same brain chemistry that pulls you toward bad habits and use it to make the good habits pull you in instead. We're talking habits so magnetic, so irresistible, that skipping them actually feels wrong. Let's dive in. Part 1, the dopamine truth. Nobody tells you. Here's the big secret. Dopamine, the brain chemical that drives your cravings, doesn't actually get released when you get the reward. It's released before, in anticipation of the reward. Think about it. Why does tracking your pizza delivery feel more exciting than the first bite? Why does seeing your package is out for delivery give you a weird little rush? That's dopamine. Your brain is saying, ooh, something good is coming. Stay alert. Now here's why that matters. Cravings happen because your brain has learned to associate a certain cue with an upcoming reward. If we can attach that same anticipation buzz to the habits we want, we won't have to force ourselves anymore. The habit itself will start pulling us in. Mini story. I knew someone who hated running. Hated it, but she was obsessed with true crime podcasts. Her hack? She could only listen to her favorite murder mystery show while running. Soon, she wasn't thinking about, I have to run. She was thinking, I need to know what happens next. The run became her ticket to the story. Audience action. Right now, think of one habit you want to build. Then ask, what's something I already look forward to? Pair them. Make the habit a doorway to that thing you love. Part 2, temptation bundling. Your brain's cheat code. This pairing trick has a name, temptation bundling, and it's genius. Here's how it works. You take something you should do and link it to something you want to do, so the want drags the should along for the ride. Story example. There was a guy who wanted to floss every night. He hated flossing, but he loved watching late-night comedy shows, so he made a rule. He could only watch them while flossing. In just a month, flossing went from to autopilot. Ideas you can steal. Only watch your favorite show while folding laundry. Only drink your favorite latte while working on your side hustle. Only play your guilty pleasure playlist while cleaning the kitchen. See the pattern? You're building a positive trap for yourself. Part 3, the invisible power of cues. Your brain's like a matchbox. The right cue can light it up instantly. Certain smells, sounds, or visuals can pull you straight into a behavior. Ever smelled popcorn and instantly thought, movie night? Or heard a song from high school and been transported back in time? You can engineer these cues for your own habits. Light a specific candle every time you sit to journal. Wear a certain hoodie only when you meditate. Over time, the cue alone will make your brain itch to start. Part 4, how to make your space work for you. Let's be real. If your guitar is in a case in the closet, you'll play it. Never. If the fruit is hidden in the fridge drawer, it'll rot. But if chips are sitting out on the counter, guess what you'll eat? Your environment is a silent negotiator with your brain. And here's the wild part. It almost always wins. Quick wins. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow every morning so it's the last thing you see at night. Want to work out? Put your shoes and clothes right in front of your bedroom door. Want to drink more water? Keep a filled glass or bottle in arm's reach at all times. Mini challenge. Today, pick one habit you want to build and redesign your environment to make it easier to start. Small change, huge payoff. Part 5, the social pull. We are wired to fit in. It's why you'll subconsciously start using the slang your friends use or eat similar meals to the people you hang out with. Want to run more? Join a running club. Want to cook healthier? Spend time with friends who cook. Want to read more? Join a book club. When a group's norm is your desired habit, staying in the group means doing the habit. Suddenly, the peer pressure is working for you. Part 6, making bad habits lose their shine. This one's fun and powerful. Just as you can make good habits irresistible, you can make bad habits repulsive. It's all about reframing. If you tell yourself, smoking helps me relax, you'll keep smoking. But if you switch to smoking makes me weaker and more dependent, the appeal fades. Quick drill, write down your bad habit. Then list all the hidden costs: lost time, wasted money, harm to your health, damage to relationships. Keep it somewhere you'll see it when temptation hits. Part 7, the law of least effort. Here's a truth bomb. Humans are lazy. Not in a bad way, in an energy-saving way. We naturally pick the path that's easiest. If something is even slightly hard to do, we delay it. If it's easy, we do it without thinking. Story. One guy wanted to play more guitar, but by the time he unpacked it, found the tuner, set up a chair, the urge was gone. Solution? Keep it out on a stand, tuned, ready to play. His playing time tripled. Your turn. Look at your habit and ask, how can I remove one step? Every step removed is a barrier gone. Part 8, the 2-minute rule. When you start a habit, make it so small you can't say no. Want to read? Commit to 1 page. Want to run? Just put on your shoes and walk outside. Often, starting is the hardest part, but once you're in motion, it's easy to keep going. Part 9, prime the stage. Think of your habit like a performance. Before the curtain rises, you set the stage. Want to cook more? Chop your veggies right after buying them. Want to write daily? Open your document before bed so it's ready. Want to paint? Leave your easel and brushes set up. When the stage is set, starting becomes the default. Part 10, make bad habits impossible. Sometimes the smartest way to break a bad habit isn't to resist it, it's to block it. Want to stop shopping online? Remove your credit card info from sites. Want to watch less TV? Unplug it and hide the remote. Want to cut down on junk food? Don't buy it. When the cost of doing the bad habit is higher than the reward, the habit dies on its own. Part 11, why ease? Win's long-term motivation is like a sugar rush. It spikes, then crashes. Ease is like a steady stream. It keeps flowing. If a habit is easy enough to start, you'll keep it going even on days you don't feel like it. That's how consistency is built. Closing recap and next video teaser. Let's lock this in. Today, you learned how to hack dopamine to make good habits magnetic, how temptation bundling turns discipline into desire, how your environment silently shapes your behavior, how to use social groups to pull you forward, how to reframe bad habits so they lose power, how to reduce friction for the good and increase friction for the bad, why starting tiny works, and how to prime your space for success. In the next video, we'll reveal the 4th law of behavior change, how to make habits satisfying. This is the secret glue that makes them stick for years. You'll learn why celebrating small wins matters, how to keep momentum alive through chaos, and how to make your habits feel rewarding enough to become part of who you are. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.